Here are monks, are nuns, and all practitioners. For the meditation, we emphasize on the practice, and on the practice, we cherish the doubt. We try to maintain the doubt, not for the seeking of the mind, not the mind have to attain, but we need to believe our own mind completely. Then our practice will get to the final state. Will completely get to the. If we want to believe in our own mind, we rely on the triple truths, rely on the proper Dharma, rely on the Buddha's teaching. Good no advisors keep reminding us so that we can stop differentiate things, stop the dwelling. Because of our knowledge, the ordinary being's knowledge, all this knowing, this knowledge, this is the door to disaster, to all disasters. Because of this knowledge, we give rise to the differentiation, give rise to self-attachment, and we refuse to maintain the practice. And that's the Buddha. He said the expedience, we attach to expedient, and the expedience ties us down. And we accept enemy as our children. Even though we really want to get out of birth and death, get out of the cycle, but because of this knowledge, this ordinary knowledge, it misleads us and distracts us. If we don't practice, we'll not be able to get away from this ordinary being's knowledge. So this is the door to all disasters. So this is the knowing, the knowledge of self-attachment, of false mind, of ignorance. So what is the knowing or the knowledge of prajna, of liberation? From the Buddha's teaching, from the proper Dharma. If we don't know how to use the expedience or skillful means, we will not be able to get to the final state, final destiny. So the knowing prajna was. So the prajna, the knowledge of prajna is not knowing, but know everything. Nothing that we do not know. Not knowing anything, but nothing that we don't know. So all the if we don't have the doubt, we're more likely to attach. We fall into the 4 lines of attachment. If we understand, if we understand the intention of the Buddha, we need to maintain the practice at all times. And we need to encourage, to motivate ourselves to believe in our own mind. Believe in our own mind, we need to practice. Be compatible with one another. Not just believe in the mind alone, or not just practice alone. So that's why believing in our own mind is non-dual. And non-duality is to believe in our own mind. So that is the thought of taking birth and death seriously will be complete. So on the practice, if we keep searching for the enlightenment without the practice, there's no way we can get to the state of enlightenment. So now is the time for sharing or any question you may have about the practice. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Nguyên Vạn Hưng, I think he said.
Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Kính bạch thầy, kính thưa đại chúng.
Namo Sakamuni Buddha, dear Master, dear the assembly. There's a koan of Master Dayan in one of the assembly, retreat from Quy Master. The question he asked, when you live at Quy, what did you learn from there? What did you study? So Dayan said, I live at Quy. I did everything there, and I don't learn. And the thing is, he said, just like try to keep the ox and try not to let the ox be violate, eat other people's grass. And he keep this ox from the black color turn into the white color. So to the point that even though he want to get rid of the ox, the ox will not leave him. So this koan cannot be explained, cannot be. It's for us to give rise to a doubt. But for ourselves, like the story, for us, we don't know where the ox is. We don't know how to. So that's why our ox is just keep going place to place to eat other people's grass. So because we don't know where the ox is, for our practice is an experience, a skillful means. Is for us to practice to find out where are the ox is, where our ox is. If we don't know where to find that, where to find the ox, then our own ox still try to eat the other people's grass, and we not be able to control it. So for us, we feel like we don't know where the ox is, and maybe we sit on top on its back, and we don't we not be able to control it, and that's why it keep going to other people's place and eat grass. So can you explain this a little bit further so that we can believe in this practice, so that we can find where the ox is, where our ox is, so that thank you, and thank you everyone. The ox or the water buffalo, I think that's what that is. Believe in our own mind. When we bring forth the mind to practice this practice, like Master Nguyệt K, I give an example, a skillful means. He says, try to use like the enemy, try to get into the cave of the leader, not enemy, but the thief. Try to use try to get to the gang leader, try to kill it. So we try to take advantage. Like when we talking about believing in our own mind, We have to be clever. We have to know how to use the skillful means, the prajna, like our knowledge, we need to be clever to believe in our own mind in the right direction. Then, but we're still with the one thought of ignorance. This is still on the path of consciousness. And then we eventually leave behind the one thought of ignorance to get to the no thought of ignorance. This is the thought of eradicating the self-attachment, eradicating all the attachments that we attach everything that is real. So on the contemplation prajna contemplation is the doubt. So when we practice, we need to stay with the proper doubt, not curiosity. If not, then we'll not be able to use the thief to get to the thief leader. So for us, for ourselves, we need to always practice. So at the present time, so our skillful means that we will practice is the practice of Hato practice, or Koan. So the meaning of Koan or the meaning of Hato is not different. So like Master Anti-Cloud or Likewise, so all the lineage, all the 5 schools, everybody get into this practice. They try to get everybody to practice the. So we will maintain this practice. We'll be able to understand the intention, the meaning, what the Buddha tried to teach us. If we're not practicing, if we don't follow the teaching, we're more likely to attach to the knowledge. So Koan is the experience to eradicate all the attachment. So sometimes the meaning or the teaching seem to be is illogic, but we're still searching for logic. Like Huato or Koan cannot be explained. But using this experience to get to the no thought of ignorance, get to the state where keep going to stay with the inflow, not outflow. Try to leave behind the false mind. But we make a mistake, not believe in our own mind, but we believe in our false mind. We don't believe in the mind to eradicate self-attachment or attachment, but we believe in the other way. So the practice is not for us to gain more knowledge. The practice is just to maintain the practice, to give rise to a doubt. The purpose is just to go back to the doubt. So the thought is just try to maintain the doubt, and that is the cost of prajna. When we begin to practice, we don't know how to maintain the doubt. And then we've been struggling, but because of our affliction keep coming or suffering with all kinds of obstacles, that's why we want to go back to the practice. So if we keep practicing, then eventually, slowly, we have the flavor of the doubt, and after a period of time, if we practice right, then if we don't have the practice, if we don't practice right, if we don't have the doubt, then probably the belief in our own mind will be shaking, will not, because due to the practice that we don't practice correctly, and we don't believe the mind, our own mind correctly, then all this will not lead us to the right path. So our practice from the beginning, we try to maintain the doubt, and lastly, or at the end, we still try to maintain the doubt. And then when we get enlightened, that's when the doubt will be gone. We'll break through the doubt, get to the state of enlightenment. If we believe in our own mind, if the belief in our own mind is not sufficient, then the doubt will not fully. So if we don't have the doubt, we don't believe in our own mind, then more likely the self-attachment or all attachment will distract us. So if we attach to study or learning about the practice or learning about the meditation, if we attach to studying, then people, the teacher or master say, no need to study. If we say no need to study, then they say the other way. We need to always maintain the practice. We don't try to. Most of us, we really want to understand in a way to the teaching to be logic. We don't like the other way. So the Tao actually lead us to the origin, but if we keep differentiate, then we never get there. Then we stay in the cycle of birth and death. So when we end this body, then we get another body. If we have the practice, then less ignorance, less attachment, then we move up. We just need to try to maintain the practice. So do you understand what I try to explain? Yes, I do. Thanks. I invite Fabi to speak. Namo Sakamuni Buddha. Dear Master and everyone, after your explanation, I have recognized this. In reality, when we say with or without doubt, we don't recognize this. But every day we practice. When we have doubt, then we believe in our own mind more clearly. So day after day, we believe in the Dharma door, this Dharma door. And I think this is this is the right practice. So myself, the teaching from my Master Lai Hua, he said the power of doubt. So when I heard this, it seems like my belief in the own mind gets stronger. So I believe in this Dharma law, or in my own mind, due to the statement from Master Lai Hua. I don't know if I have this mindset correct. For the Papa Dharma, we have the condition, we have the affinity, we be close to, and we encounter this. Then we use it to practice. And then when we practice, then we have some level of liberation. This is because of the cause, the condition that we already planted. We not try to. This is just every one of us. We have the a good condition, good affinity with this Dharma door. But if we encounter this, we have this seed. Do we know how to plant it? We don't know how to plant and try to grow, try to. But some of us, we know and we just talk about it. We don't really plan it down and try to maintain it. So for the good no advisor or any patriots, they don't hate each other. They don't against each other. But because some of the practitioners, they don't know how to practice and they don't know how to. And after a period of time of practicing, and they don't know how to practice right, and sometimes the 5 desires distract them, and so some people, when they in the beginning they come to listen and they really like it, but because of their mindset, when they first come, they, even though they like it, they really want to listen, they think it's good, but they refuse to practice. So some people, they listen and they practice, but they have the thought of seeking. And after a while, things don't go their way and they retreat, they give up. So this has to do with the condition is different. The affinity is different from everyone. So we don't know. So maybe they encounter this time and they don't practice, but who knows? Maybe in the next life or in the future lives, when they encounter again and they bring forth the mind to practice. So just like the Buddha or the enlightened one, they always let out their hands to rescue us, but we refuse to get help. So just like the one of the chapter in the Lotus Sutra, the father and the son. So the father used the skillful means to help the son, and later told the son, teach the son, told the son. So a person, a practitioner, if we have a good determination, strong will, then we will maintain the practice and we don't let the self-attachment or attachment to distract us, and don't let the ignorance or self-attachment to distract us. If we recognize or not recognizing, we know or not knowing, we just try to maintain the practice. Just try to go back to the practice. Just remember, try not to force ourselves to practice, not try to subdue anything, not try to use the question, the heart of question to sweep everything. We just practice in a way to don't give a creation the thought of to create, to have the intention to sweep everything out. We just maintain the practice by asking the question to give rise to a doubt, and it automatically eradicate or wipe out all the attachment. So without the practice, we're more likely to give rise to thought of upset, frustrating. So if we maintain the doubt without subduing anything, the doubt, the practice will automatically leave behind all the angers, all the frustration. So the power of doubt. So the master likewise, or Master Wiley, or master, good advisors said that the doubt will automatically wipe out. We don't give rise to a thought to give rise to the thought of having doubt, or have a thought of wiping out. So if we have the practice, if we believe in our own mind, then slowly, then we will see the effect of practice. If we don't have the good advisors to point out the proper Dharma or the Dharma, then we'll not be able to identify. So maintain the practice is the basic. Do you understand? Yes, I do. Thank you. We invite Kim Ying to speak. Dear Master and dear the Assembly, I would like to let Master the Nun Vedak to speak first. To request the Dharma. Namo Sakamuni Buddha, dear Master and everyone. Sometimes our practice, I feel like sometimes it's very close to me, but the time is destruction. The destruction is so because of a lot of things keep distracting. That's why the habits keep popping up. So, like you have mentioned, sometimes our anger or frustration or ignorance, let all this control ourselves. So even though sometimes all this give rise or pop up, and then we recognize and we go back to the practice again. But this keep coming back many times. So can you explain this a little bit further? So the teaching from the patriarchs keep reminding us the habit is not easy to be eradicated. And this is the sickness that they have mentioned. And we keep having this, and we have fear. Just like when we have affliction and we want to get rid of it. But when the happiness or joyful come, we don't want to let go. This is why we keep differentiating. And this is self-attachment. So like when we're healthy or sick, we still try to maintain the practice. Like when we are awake or sleep, we still try to maintain the practice. So like if we can maintain the practice when we're sleeping, or maintain the practice when we're awake, and if we can maintain the practice in either way, then like sleeping is just like when we're still awake. This is not about trying to subdue anything. So this is also believe in the own mind. The Buddha taught great compassionate compassion, like talking about inflow and outflow. So like when we already on the path to the final destiny, just keep going. Don't try to go back. So this is the example to give rise to the thought of inflow, not outflow. So whatever we encounter on the way, on the path, we just keep going forward, keep moving, not turning back. So in order to maintain the practice strongly, the patriarchs keep mention or try to remind us to rely on the assembly, try to rely on the triple truth. So we cannot say, oh, we're busy, we cannot practice. So it doesn't matter what status, what circumstances we're in, we still try to maintain the practice. We practice according to the schedule, according to the rules and regulations. So for the practice is if we have the thought of taking Buddha seriously, then we follow the rules and regulation tightly, more than the military ones. So for the practice, we should bear all the suffering. We should endure all the obstacles. So because of not believing in our own mind sufficiently, then things will distract us. So another angle look at, sometimes we attach to our belongings. So if we take Buddha and that seriously, and we'll be able to exchange everything. Just take the practice in place of everything else. We're talking this, the practice, this is taking the practice seriously, meaning we practice everywhere, anywhere, any circumstances. I'm not talking about, oh, I need to quit the job, I need no need to do anything else, just practice. That's the wrong understanding. Like we've been good with our parent, like we want to donate, want to offer them good stuff. like money, and we want them to be happy, want to live well, and so like example, like people they just say, oh, I love my parents, but I just give them emotional, and I don't know, so in reality, the true mind of a person, if they want to be good with the parent, be filial to the parent, they so on the principle, on the rules and regulation. It's just like example analogy. Like when we go to the city area, there are a lot of things going on, and this will not distract us. We just keep maintain the thought of inflow. We don't mind anything else. We just maintain the practice. So this will eventually, we don't let the mind to differentiate, and this is area we're talking about believing our own mind, and we're talking about the practice to be able to control our own mind. If we have the mindset to maintain the practice, then the habits will not distract us. So maintain the practice is actually to have a thought of taking birth and death seriously. So so like when a practitioners, like we want to practice, but we also want this or that, and that is not understanding correctly. You understanding? Do you understand what I try to say? Yes, I do. Thank you. Time is up. Give me wait tomorrow.